Okay, we are at number 4. All right, this is number 4. Okay, so we have imaginary numbers. Okay, now they start to imagine number on SAT a long time ago. Okay, so imagine number I equals what? Square root -1. That's the meaning. We just simplified. The first parenthesis we have a 5 plus 12i, and second open the parenthesis 9i square. I square is what? -1, isn't it? Because I equals square -1. So when you make a square, this is square still -1. That is definition, right? Now I square is not anymore imaginary. That is change their forms, okay, which is what? Real number, okay? But negative I 9i squared is what? I squared is -1 is going to be -9 and -6i. So keep continue. 5 plus 12i plus 9 and plus 6i. Is okay. So we got this one. This two will be 14. Real number and real number can simplify. Imaginary and imaginary. Okay. So 12i plus 6i is what? 18i, isn't it? That's all. We cannot mix that anymore. Just we have to live this way. Okay. Choice D is the answer. All right, number 6. The camera equipment for 32,400. The equipment depreciate. The price is going down. Okay. Yeah, during the over some years. Constant rate is what? 12 years, after which is considered to have no money, no more. There's no value anyway. Looks like this way, down. After 12 years, nobody wants to buy this one. Okay, but beginning, the price is what? $32,400. Okay, so we're gonna find out what is the price, what is the equipment worth, the price 4 years after, 4 years, around 4 years this one. After, how much this one? You're gonna find this one. All right. But we know that 12 years, they decreased by 32,400. But every year, they're gonna decrease by constant number. So check it out. 32,400 when you divide by 12. Okay. But this is about total, all through up to 12. This is going to 0. Okay. So 32,000 divided by 12 is how much? This is 24 and 8,400. So over here, 700. Okay. So every year decrease by 2,700. Okay. So how much decreased after 4 years? This is decreased one, okay? You can multiply by times 4. Times 4 is what? 108, okay? We multiply. 108, 100, okay? 108, $100. This is what? A decreased one. This is decreased this portion. 4 years, that it decreased this much, okay? But we're gonna find what the price after 4 years, these numbers. So these numbers, how to get these numbers? 32,400 from here, we take a decreased portion over here, okay? So 108, 10,800, okay? When you take off, you got this one, 0, 0, 14 minus 8 is 6, this is 1, this is 2, 21,600. Okay, that choice C is the answer. Okay, the idea is, of course, we need to find right, how much decrease, every year. Every year decrease this one, this much decrease, 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 decreased. This is 4 years. Every decrease is how much? 100, 10,800, right? Okay, every year decreased by 10,800. 4 years decreased. Okay, you have to find 4. You got all this number, decreased one. This decreased one is this I'm saying every year decrease 2,700. Okay, this is 2,700, or decrease is now 1,000 or 10,800. Is it okay? Yeah, that is number 6. All right, now number 7 is okay. Number 8. All right. Ken is working this summer as a part of a crew on a farm. He earned $8 per hour. That's the rate. It depends on number of hours. For the first 10 hours, every hour he paid what? $8. So 10 hours, maybe around $80, right? Up to 10 hours, $80, he made it. But after this, salary is what? Increased by $2 more, right? $10 per hour. After 10 hours, he paid what? $10 again. Now the rate is changed. Up to 10 hours, it is $8. After 10 hours, it's going to be $10. Okay, all right. So Ken saved 90%, well, more complicated, okay? Ken saves 90% of his earnings from each week. What is the least number of hours he must work the rest of work? The rest of work from here, I'm going to use X hours. X hours, okay? This is X hours additional, right? He worked, okay? X hours. All right, now I think we need algebra, okay? Because what, 90%, how much we don't know. Maybe someone uses the way a plug a number, it takes too much time. That is not a good idea. Just to set up the right equation, okay? So 90%, X hours from it, this is about $80. After 10 hours, additional hour, X dollars, how much? 10 times X dollars, isn't it? This is second time amount, right? This is a total, but 90% of this total will be saved. Okay, so how much is this one? 0.9%, total amount now 10x plus 80, isn't it? This is up to 10 hours. After 10 hours, that's the total amount. This is 90%, 0.9. This is say, okay, saving amount, right? So what is this number of hours he must work? The rest of this work saved what? To save, they can save, not total amount. This is just saved amount, 90%. This is going to be at least is greater than or equal to 70, okay? Yeah, you have to set up right this inequality. Now you have to solve this one. How to solve this? First, you can divide it by 0.9. That is the better way. Divided by 0.9. This is out divided by 0.9. But this is a positive number. Direction doesn't change. When you use what divide the negative number or multiply negative number, it's going to have what? Direction will be changed. Okay. So this one is what? 10x plus 80 should be greater equals what? 270.9 to 300, isn't it? Okay. So to continue, minus 80. So 10x must be greater equals 220. Okay. After that, divided by 10 again, divided by 10 again, x must be greater than or equals 22, equal, right? The minimum number, what is that? 22 hours, okay? You gotta take right 22 hours. When you take a look, you can find this number very quickly, $80, because up to 10 hours, right? Each hour is $8. After that, this one is, okay, a little, okay, need work, right? X hours, this is additional hour, okay, not from the beginning. So additional just multiply by 10, different rate. Now total amount 10x plus 80. 0.9%, I don't know, 90%, 0.9 of this amount will be saved. But this amount at least 270 meters or greater than or equals 270, okay? So from here you got the right x is 22 is the answer. Any questions on this number 8? Well, this number 8, a little more work, right? But if you set up, you can find, okay, the value very quickly. Okay, that is algebra. All right, number 10 over here. The equation has root. Root, -1, -2. What is the root? X-intercept, we set root. Because what? When you root, they're all what? Real root. Real root is what? Not imaginary. They have a real root over here. 1, 2, 3. They're going to pass this one. That is x-intercept. Smallest one is -3. Middle one is -1. Largest one is 5. We have 3 root over here because they are all real number. Real number means what? These numbers, it must be on x-intercept. Okay, that's the root. Or you can use especially what this is zeros. Isn't it? Okay, when you have x-intercept, they create what? Linear factor, right? X minus minus 3 is what? X plus 3, isn't it? This create x minus minus 3 is x plus 1 factor. This is what? X minus 5. They're going to create all these factors. So this one, if we have this is f of x can be factored this way. Okay, when this is 0, the value of y is 0, you can see the value of x-intercept from here, x equals x plus 3 is 0 means x equals -3, x plus 1 is 0, x equals -1, x plus 5 equals 0, x equals 5, isn't it? That's what we got, right? Zeros. Okay, so this function of x must have a factor of this one, right? They are all product, nothing else. There's no number plus, no number minus. All right, so x minus 1 they have no, x plus 1 they have over here. Okay, or x plus 3 or x minus 5. Okay, so x plus 1 is the factor of this quadratic equations. That is number 10. All right, number 11. Number 11, and you take the choices over here. They don't use one negative exponent. They are used one radical number and positive. So negative x squared is what? 1 over x squared, isn't it? Or this negative number moving down, that is a positive exponent. That's the rule. What about this one? -1 over 1. What is this? 1 over 1 is a -1 over -1 to the another -1, right? That is positive y. Or you can use this one. Y to -1 is 1 over y. The reciprocal of 1 over y is y, isn't it? Or just simple. Negative exponent, when you go move up, they're gonna positive 1. They change the sign. That's the rule. If you know to write that formula, that is easy one. This is going down, x squared. This is going up, y. We still have a y 1/2, x 1/3. But this is radical form, right? What is this radical? Square root y. What is this radical? Third root x, isn't it? Just change right there form. Which one you keep on this one? Choice D, I can see that y red y over x squared cube root of x. Okay, choice D is the answer. Is it understandable? It's okay. All right, just simply memorize, okay? When you have this -2, y equals -3 over g equals -5. When you have a negative exponent, they're gonna move down always the positive. X squared, this is move down, y cubed, this is negative move up g to the 5. That's the easier way to memorize the formula. This is formula, okay? All right, that is number 11. Number 12. The function f is defined. F of x equals x plus 3, x plus 1. The graph of f in the xy plane is parabola. Which of the following intervals contains the x-coordinate of vertex? What this is the vertex for when you make a 0. We have an x-intercept. X equals -3 over here. Another one is x equals -1. Both sides is what? -1. Right? That is x-intercept. The graph looks like this is a positive. Graph is a move, right? Up over here, isn't it? Right, okay? So where is the vertex? In the middle number over here. Actually, vertex x equals what is that? -3 plus -1 midpoint divided by 2, which is what? -2, isn't it? Vertex of this one, x equals -2. So that's why this x equals -2 is why x of symmetry. X is of symmetry. Okay, x of symmetry. Which one has right contain this x equals -2? This one? No. -3, this side, no. -3 and 1, yeah, -3 and 1, yeah, contain this one. 1 and 3, nothing. 3 and 4, nothing. So choice B is the answer. So this is not question, right? Yeah, number 13. All right, number 13 is long divisions. Just to use long division, that is the easiest way. Okay, because the first one is a quotient, right? You can use the right hand, long division. 5 over x minus 3. The first term is x squared, you multiply x to eliminate by x squared. X times x is x squared minus 3x. Minus x squared out. Minus 2x plus 3x is just positive x minus 5. Which still, this linear one keep going, right? Still, you can divide. Plus 1 over here, x minus 3. Subtract again, this is cancelled out. -5 minus 3, -2, isn't it? That is the remainder, right? No more. This is degree 1, this is degree 0. That's the remainder. So where is the answer? This is a quotient. So you can write down quotient. Where is the remainder? -2. That's why I put this number negative down over here. 2 over this one. This form is a quotient and remainder form. When you have this one equal this one, you can see, oh, this is a quotient. This is a -2 is a remainder, okay? We still keep the what denominator, x minus divisor over here, okay? Yeah, that is number 13. Any questions on number 13?
I have a question.
Okay.
I don't understand how to divide x minus 3 from x squared minus 2x minus 5.
Oh yeah, that is a long division. All right, there we said long division. Long division of polynomial. You have to use it this way. Inside numerator, inside, this one is x minus 3 is what? Divisor. Okay, this is a kind of algebra 2. Okay, yeah, this belongs to algebra 2, I think. To find the way of the remainder and quotient, we have to use a long division, or you can use a synthetic, okay? But long division is better on SAT. All right, maybe you can take a look, okay, your algebra 2 books. So go into a long divisions, you can see how does it work, okay? All right, that is number 13. All right, number 14. Okay, shipping service restrict. Yeah, that is the limit. The dimensions of boxes will ship for certain type of service. Yeah, the restriction states that the box should be rectangular region. Sum of a perimeter of the base. This is the base box. This is the perimeter. Okay, and height. We have a height. Okay, so remember this one and height. Some of these numbers, okay, cannot exceed what 130 inches. Should be less than or equal to 130. That's the mean. Okay. The perimeter of base is determined using the width and the length of box. Okay, a box said now it's 60 inches. Okay, this is fixed one, 60. It depends on now the perimeter of the base. Okay, now take a look base. Base is x is width. This is x is width. This is x is width. Length is what? 2.5 times width. This length is 2.5 times width, x. What is the perimeter? Sum of all these numbers. The other side also 2.5x. This is x. Okay, some of this perimeter, some of the other side are like 2.5, 2.5, 6, 7x, isn't it? So this one equals to what? 7x. You can write down over here. 7x plus 60, that's the height, but their dimension should be less than 130. That is the equation, inequality. Now we need to solve this one, right? What is the value of x? Definitely, x is what? Dimension should be greater than 0. That's fine. Everything, we don't need this one. Okay? Everyone knows that x is positive. Just solve this one because this is the inequality. Minus 60, minus 60. 10x less than or equals 70, isn't it? Now we need divide by 7. Still positive number, direction doesn't change, so x is less than or equals 10. Okay, if the width of the base, right, width of base is less than, in this case, okay, in this case, less than or equals 10, it is okay, it satisfies the conditions. Okay, when height is 60, right, the width of the base should be less than or equals to 10. So choice A is the answer. Okay, this one needs a little more work, I understand. Any questions on number 14? Just we need the set up the inequality. Okay, inequality. All right, now move on number 15. Yeah, this is a factor. How we factor this one? Because the 1/3 is move out, that is what? Distributive property, reverse way. Okay, opposite of distributive property. 1/3 is out. Inside is what? X squared. 1/3 is out. This is times 3, right? It's gonna be 6, isn't it? That is equal to this one. Now negative 6 times 1/3 is what? Negative 2, right? Now we're gonna factor this one. Because sometimes usually we factor in integer form, but sometimes we can factor, okay, on SAT, irrational number 2. Okay? Take a look here. Usually we have 9 minus 4. Okay, I'm gonna factor this one. 3 plus 2, 3 minus 2, right? Because 9 is 3 square, 4 is what? 2 square. Okay, but this is perfect square numbers. The factor always what? Integer number. That's fine. For example, 3 minus 2 this case, this one we're gonna use what? The factor of these types. You have to change this form. Red 3 is what? Red 3 square minus 2 is what? Red 2 square, isn't it? Now this is a difference of perfect squares. This can be factored. Red 3 plus red 2, red 3 minus red 2. This is the same thing. To make this perfect square number, we're gonna make this way, squared. That is difference of a squared, right? What is the inside? X plus red 6, X minus red 6. That's right. Actually, the variable K, this is the variable K, this is the variable K, right? Okay? So radical 6 is the answer. Or you can multiply this one. X minus K, X plus K, what is that? X squared minus K squared. That should be equal to what is the X squared minus 6. Okay, equivalent. Now what is the value of K? K squared is 6. The value of K square root. Okay, so square root is the answer. Okay, you can use it either way. That is number 15. Any questions on number 15? All right, number 17. NP QP equal. NP QP. These two sides is equal. And MP PR is equal. These two sides also equal too. So what that means? MN, NR, and MQ, they are equal, right? The sum of right equal or is equal. Okay, all right. So what is the measure of in degree of QMR? Where is QMR? This angle, is it? Because this is isosceles. It's okay. What is the length this one? QMR, we're going to find this length. This is 120, supplementary. This is isosceles. Sum of the other two angles should be equal 60, isn't it? 180 minus 120, 60 is what sum of these two will be 60. But this is isosceles. Each angle have their equal measure. Okay. So when you divide it by 2, you get to what? Each one is 30 degrees. Is it okay? Just isosceles. This is 120. This one should be 30. This is 30. Because this is isosceles. That is number 17. All right, number 18. You know, this is algebra, geometry algebra 1, algebra 2. You know how to change, right, the unit. Because to measure the angle, we use two different units. One is the radian, the other one is the degree. You know that pi radian is what? 180 degrees. That is what? The ratio of what? Two measures. You can use this one, okay? 700 degree. I'm going to change radian. 700 degree. This is degree over here. So over here, you multiply converting ratio, okay? Degree is down a bit, always. This is degree, this is degree. 108 degrees is what? Pi radian. That's the formula. Right? If you know that we have $10, you know that $1 is 4 quarters, isn't it? So how many quarters in $10? You multiply over here, their relationship here. This is $10, dollar is what? This dollar going to the denominator, $1 is 4 quarters. This we say converting ratio. So dollar is out. That's why, okay, this dollar should be denominator to be canceled out. What the next? Now we have only what? 10 times 4 quarters, right? That's 40 quarters, isn't it? In $10, there are 40 quarters there. Two hours, how many minutes? You know that 1 hour equals 60 minutes. So hour canceled out, you got to 120 minutes. Is okay? So this is degree, pi radian is 180 degree. This is a formula, right? Now to get degree it out, 180. 180 divided by, it's going to be 4. So this one, 720 degree will be 4 pi radian. This one equals to a pi. They're going to express a pi. What is the a? Same number with this one. A equals 4, right? A equals 4. You have to memorize this one, okay? If you got what 3 radian, what degree of this one? Pi radian equals 180 degree. Radian is out. So this is what? 3 times 180 is what? 540 degree, but pi is 3.14, right? You can divide it by this way. You get to a degree measure, right? So you remember pi radian equals 180 degree. Someone used, okay, 2 pi radian because 2 pi radian, 360. But this one divisible by 2, better use this one. Okay, this converting ratio, dollar, okay, $1, 10 times, this is a converting ratio. Okay. All right, that is number 18. Number 19. The graph of line in the XY plane passes through the what? 1.4. You know the 1.4 here. And x-axis is what? 2.0. Yeah, that's the line. You know that. Okay. What is the value b? Where is b? 0b. Yeah, b is y-intercept. This point is 0b. That is the y-intercept. As I told you before, when you have a linear, always think about constant slope between 2 points. Maybe you can see 3 points out there. 1 point, 2 point, 3 point. Between any 2 points, their slope must be constant. That is linear. I'm going to show you this one. This is already the number there. 0 minus 4 over 2 minus 1, right? y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. This is slope. How much is this one? Negative 4 over 1 equals negative 4, right? That's the slope. You know that the line is negative slope. Now take on this one or this one. Any 2 sides is okay. I'm going to do this one, very close one. 4 minus b, right? y2 minus y1 is 4 minus b. x2, 1, x1 is 0. This is x1 is 0. The ratio will be equals to what? Same constant, same slope. So 4 minus 1, this is what? 1 minus 0 is 0, 1. Cross multiplication, 4 minus b equals negative 4, isn't it? So minus 4, quickly, negative 8. Now times negative 1, b must be equals to what? 8, is it? 8 is the answer. Or you can find the equation of this line. That's fine. I'm going to go this way. Maybe someone likes to use the equations. To find the equation, anyway, we need to find the slope first. This is slope. So y equals negative 4x plus b. This is the y-intercept, isn't it? To find the y-intercept, you can use what? Any point. In this case, it doesn't matter. You can use any point. Or you want to use it 2, 0, it's okay. X equal 2, y is 0. Y equal 0, x equal 2 is a negative a plus b. B equal how much? 8, isn't it? You can solve this way too. Using the equations, using the slope, using the equation. And using slope. Okay, that is number 19. Any questions on number 19? Any question about this? using slope, using equation. All right, now move on number 20. What? That is weird expression there, very big number, but it doesn't matter, okay? 7,532. Now simplify because we have y squared, and constant. So 7,532, 100 y squared, 100 y squared, and minus 1100. But these two are like terms, 100 y squared and another 100 y squared, 200 y squared. This is a number minus 1100. Take up 1100. 2, 3, 4, 6 minus 6,432. That's the expression. Final simplification. But we are not done. That's when you find what? A plus B. I'm sorry, this is positive. Okay, this is A, this is B. Yeah, this is a little bit right. We are asking, okay. Sum of this number, how much? 6,432 and plus 200. 6,632, right? Yeah, that is the answer. Number 20. Okay, but a little boring when you have a big numbers. Okay, but it's the same thing. Okay, just simplify between the like terms. All right. Okay, that is number 20. Okay. Any questions about this? Is it okay? All right. This section 4 is your weekend homework. Try this one, okay? So we're gonna check the answer next week. Okay. So after you try, that is very, very important. Okay. If not, okay, it's not too much right here. Okay. So this one is your homework. Okay. Now we're gonna do today's classwork. I'm gonna put this one, save, and out. This section 8. All right. I think we don't need this one. All right, exponent operations. Okay. This is very popular, right? Topics on SAT too. 5 square, 5 is the base, okay? 5 is base, 2 is exponent. So you can say, or when you expand this to 25, you set power. There's the operation there. This is the same base number, exponent is m and n. When you multiply this number, exponent will be addition. A to the what? M plus n. All right, number 2, a to the mn, okay? Exponent of exponent will be multiplication. Remember, okay? 8 times m to the n. The next one is what? This is a kind of distributive property, right? Distributive what? Product. When you distribute a to the m and b to the n. Division also, this is quotient a over b to the n also distribute, okay? A to the n over b to the n. When you have a negative exponent, then it's always 1 over an. Looks like if it's an over here, this will move down positive. Okay, that's another formula. All right, now fractional exponent. M over n that is always a radical number. All right, but this n move over here, m going down over here. For example, 2 to the what? 2/3. That's what? Third root. 2 squared is 4 inside the radical. Get that all, okay? Because this is already right many times on SAT and on this one too, and this one too. So exponent operation should be, right, cleared. All right, now what is the positive value of n to make equal? That is the exponent equations. How we solve this one? First one, we check right inside parentheses, -2 cube. The other 8 is not negative number. So we're gonna separate negative sign and number 2, right? So -2 cube, that is actually the -1 cube, 2 cube. Is it okay? Same as this one. Actually, this one, -1 and 2, isn't it? 2 to 3. -1 cube, 2 cube. -1 cube is a negative number. So we got one negative number and 2 cube. Okay. We have another one is what? This is 8 to the 2. To simplify, we're gonna change right this 8 into base 2. That is the easy way because what? They are base 2, isn't it? The idea when you solve its exponential equation, or you need to think, right, we need a common base numbers. That is what the idea to find the answer. 8 cube, I'm gonna write down over here. 8 is what? 2 cube, isn't it? 8 is 2 cube. Another square over here, This is what? Exponent over exponent is what? Product, 2 to the 6th power. But inside the number, the 2 to the 6th power. When you simplify, we still have a negative sign, but this is the exponent is what? Product. Okay? So 2 to the what? 3 plus 6 is 9. From here, we got the what? 4th power again. Raise the 4. But now, again, -1 is maybe you can use the -1. -1 to the 4th power is a positive even power. -1, negative, positive, right? Now -1 is out. Still, this is a positive. 2 to the this is what? 9 times 4 is a 36 power. But this is a positive one. Now, we just simplified the left-hand side or the expression, which is 2 to the 36. That is equals to, this is a exponent over exponent, the 4 times n is what? 2 to the what? 4 by n. Okay? Now we have to solve this one because common base number. Base number is the same. Exponent will be same. That's why we make all base number, right? 2. This is a common base number. Exponent equals 4, n equals 36. N equals how much? 9, isn't it? 9 is this. Four cube plus 4 cube plus 4 cube plus 4 cube. What is this one? A plus A plus A plus A. 4 times A. It's okay. This is also what? 4 times 4/3. That's the same thing, equivalent. But that is equals to 2 to the n. When you take a look, we have a base number 2, base number 4. So we're gonna need what? We need same base number. Okay, same base number. Now change to same base number. Or you can express everything, it doesn't matter. 4 to the what? 1 plus 3 to what? 4 to the 4th power is 2 to the n, okay? Now, you can change it now. 4 is what? 2 squared. We still have an exponent out there, 4. That is 2 to the n. So exponent of exponent, the multiplication, right? 2 to the 4 is 8. That is equal to 2 to the n, right? Now what is the value of n? With the same base number 2, n must be equal to 8. Yes? Wow, this is a little bit hard, but that's not hard, okay? Sometimes they gave right this type of questions. All right, number 3. M and n are positive. Okay, we have a negative exponent there. Okay, what is the value of m in terms of n? We're going to express m in terms of n. But we have m in left-hand side, right-hand side. Okay, we're going to combine this one. So maybe you can use, I'm going to move right divided by m squared the other side. Why? How? M divided by m cubed divided by m cubed. This is m cubed is out. So 5 to m to the 5, m cubed is how much? 5 to the what? M to the square, isn't it? 5 minus cube is what? Square, right? This one is too thick. You can say m to the 5 over m to the cube equals what? This is subtraction over here. There's no subtraction. No, there's no subtraction. I'm going to write down am over an equals to what? A m minus n, okay? That is the m squared. Still we have a 5 there. But now the next one, we divide n cubed, but this is negative n cubed, right? Divided by negative n cubed, negative n cubed. So right hand side still we have 20. This is the n is what? N to the 1 over n to the minus 3. 1, okay, keep continue this one. 20 to the 1, n to the 1. 1 minus 3, isn't it? This is equals to what? 20 n to the what? Fourth power. That is 5m squared. You continue, right? We need to express m. We divide by 5. Divided by 5 is how much? M squared equals 4 n to the what? Fourth power, right? Divided by 5. Divided by 5. This is 1. This is 4. So m equals how much? Because m is positive, we don't need the plus minus, okay? Square root 2n, 4n to the what? 4 equals what? 2n squared, isn't it? So it's the answer. Okay, we need to go one more, okay? Or the other one is we don't have to do everything. Just one more, number 4. A to the negative 4, b to the what? 1, and negative 1. That is just 16. But b equals a squared. This b equals a squared. You can replace over here. Now inside we can simplify, okay? Because they have common base number a to the negative 4 times a to the square equals what? A to the what? Negative 4 plus 2, right? Which is a to the negative 2, isn't it? Inside parentheses, it is a to the negative 2. Now put this number in there. And outside still exponent negative 1. That is 16. So negative 2 times negative 1 is positive 2, which is a squared is 16. Because a is positive, just make a square root. A equal how much? 4 is the answer. It's okay, right? Okay. I'm going to skip number 5, 6, 7, okay? Just that enough. Just to remember the operation of exponent, okay? The next one, exponential growth and decay factor. This is the form, always a percent increase, that is exponential always. And the question is 2% increase, right? Every year, that is exponential. Always 20, every year, 20 number, not percent, 20 increase, that is linear. That the number increased linear, percent increased what? Exponential. Every year doubled. What that means? Every year doubled means what? 200%. That is percent, right? That is also exponential. Is it okay? All right, take a look. When this is plus, this is growth. This is a minus, that is what? Decay. right? And this variable are in percent, we said growth factor. So this is what when you have a 1.105 inside, but actually this is what 1 plus, okay? From here increase what 0.1015. Okay, this is in percent. We said growth factor. Already growth factor in percent. Okay, so 1.5% increase every year. This is decay rate. Okay, this is decay rate. All together, this one inside this is basic growth factor. Different name. This is what decay factor. If growth factor is what this number is greater than 1, that is growth factor. This number is less than 1, that is decay factor. Okay. All right, number 1 over here. Okay, some substance decays at the rate yet 5% decays by exponential. We know that. Which of the following best represent the exponential model? Where is the initial? Where is the initial? We don't know, just what best deprivation, but it's satisfied what 0.5% decay. What is that? 1 minus 0.005. That is 0.5% decimal. We need this one. Where is this? This is not. This is a 5%, not. This is also what? 1 minus 0.05. The 5% same is this one. One of this one. 1 minus 0.005. You know? That is about 0.5% decrease. Choice D is the answer. Any questions about this? All right, number 2. Which of the following gives the savings as in an account if $500 invested by the interest? This is interest percent. This is increase. This is initial, already prepared by exponent. That is initial, but this is not exponent. Forget it. Okay, this is increase already 1 plus 0.025 t. It should be this form. Okay, initially is over here. So which one did you care about this one? 2.5? No. 1.25? No. When you have these numbers, 1.025, right? That's the answer. All right, number 3. A certain country in Europe has a population of 4.5 billion people. Okay. The population is growing in the exponential manner. Yeah, just like this way. From the equation, we're gonna find what growth rate. Where is the growth rate inside? Inside over here. But not everything. This one looks like about 1.007, right? This number is the growth rate because this is a plus. But growth rate already was expressed in percent. 0.007 is a 0.7%. Okay, this is the growth rate. That's the answer. Okay, one more over here, okay, because this is a very popular questions. Long time ago, 2 or 3 years. But recently I couldn't see that anyway. What is the percent of change here? Oh, there's a percent change means what rate. So 320, maybe you can change 1 minus 0.065. Isn't it? This is right, the rate change. What is it? 6.5%. Okay, choice B is the answer. All right, now the next one, the absolute value. Okay, how to solve the absolute value? Okay, so this is a okay, first one, when you have equations. Absolute value of x, just give me 1 minute. absolute. I'm going to use different color, okay? You know that any large x, and this is 10. What is this variable large x? You know, it can be 10 or negative 10, isn't it? 10 or negative 10. Absolute value of 10 is a 10. Absolute value of negative 10 also can be 10. Okay? Because the absolute value means distance. That actually represents the distance. Where is another point? Where is it from 0? Okay? From 0. Distance from 0. Distance, where is that? To the right x is over here, to the left x over here, which is what? 10 distance away. So right is positive 10, left is negative 10. That's why the value of large x is what? 10 or negative 10. That's the equations. Always plus minus when you have a positive distance. When you have this one, absolute value of negative 10, well, that distance cannot be negative number. But in this case, we said no solutions. Always this number is positive. Then always we have two solutions out there. But this largest can be anything, any function of it. I'm going to write out large x using this one, 2x plus 5. You can use this one too. Okay, now put this number into the large x. 2x plus 5 equals 10. How we solve this one? This is the same thing. This is a large x, 10 plus minus 10. Inside the number, always what? 10 or negative 10. Okay, but this one, you know, we are not done. Just before we are done, this is not. Okay, so we need a more algebra. Negative 5, negative 5, negative 5. When you think about it here, 2x equals how much? This is 0 out. 10 minus 5 is 5, or negative 10 minus 5 is a negative 15, right? Okay, we need one more step. Okay, that's why this is about two-step equation. Divided by 2, again. So x is finally 2.5, 5 over 2, or negative 7.5. That's the equations. That's okay? So equation with no problem now, okay? Always plus minus the number when you have a right positive exponent. That is okay? Now the next one is inequality. Absolute value of x is greater than or equal to 0. Or algorithm greater equals to 5 this time. Where is x? It should be greater equals to 5. The other point is what? Minus, okay? Minus 0, right? From 0, the distance should be greater than 5. Okay, minimum greater than 5 over here, to the right, to the left over here. That is minimum greater than 5, minimum. But it should be greater than this number. X should be outside over here, right? That is distance. This is what? Absolute value. This one. X minus 0, that is distance. Because what? The midpoint is 0, we don't need the 0. So x possible x interval here or here. If x is over here, already their distance is greater than or equals to 5. So solution for this inequality, what is it? X is less than or equals negative 5, or x is greater than or equals to 5. That's the solution when you have right greater than or equal. The other side of this endpoint. Are you guys with me? Or there's no equal sign, just what? Absolute value is greater than 5. That's fine. Greater than means what? The other side. X should be less than negative 5 or X is greater than 5. That's the solutions. There's no equal sign. Any questions about this? It's okay. All right, the last one. Absolute value of less than some number, less than equal to some number 5. Distance from 0 to the X is what? Less than 5. From 0 to the X distance less than 5. Yeah, that is a 5 over here. The index number is negative 5 over here. X should be inside over here, right? That distance is less than 5. This distance is about epsilon 5. This distance is about epsilon 5 of X. Should be less than 5. So solution is always inside of these two endpoints. Okay, so solution is less than means always less than positive 5, greater than is negative side. For examples, a little more complicated one, okay? Inequality. I have this one, 5x plus 10, absolute value. I'm going to use my minus 10 at this time. Minus 10 greater than or equal to 20. I will solve this one. Greater than 20 means what? Outside 20, the other outside negative 20. That's the solution. We did it, right? This is a large X. It can be any numbers. This is a large X. It can be numbers. It can be any number. This large X. Okay. So 5x minus this is a large X, but it should be less than it's a negative number, or this number is greater than it's a positive number. That is the solution set. You have to memorize this one. But we are not done. Okay, we need to find the value of X. Okay. So plus 10 plus 10. So 5x is what? Less than negative 20 plus 10 is negative 10, right? When you divide by 5, actually the value of X is less than negative 2. That is one of the solutions. Now take a look at the other side. Plus 10 plus 10. 5x greater, this is out 30, isn't it? You need to divide by 5. X is greater than 6. This is over. Okay, this is okay. This is okay. Actually, on the number 9, the little x should be less than negative to this side. The other one is greater than 6, the other side. That's the solutions. Now I'm going to try this with less than 10 down, less than 20. Up this way equal. Okay, doesn't matter. 20. Less than 20, we did already, okay, between two numbers. Okay, between two numbers. Less than is already between two numbers. One is positive, the other one is negative. Less than 20, but greater than negative 20. That's the solution. Okay, you have to memorize, okay, the solution set, how it looks like. But you can solve this at the same time. Plus 10, plus 10, plus 10. So this is out 5x less than or equals 20 plus 10 is what? 30. Greater than or equals negative 20 plus 10 is what? Negative 10, isn't it? After that, you can divide by 5. Divide by 5 at the same time. Same time. 30 over 5 is 6. Negative 10 over 5 is negative 2. Can you see that? A little bit different way. This is what? Inside the solutions. We have equality. Always inside solutions. This one is already outside the solutions. This is we say or solution. This is my end solution. Okay, but when you got this one, okay, don't hesitate. Just what solve it using the formula. Okay, less than means what? Between two numbers. Greater than means outside that number. Okay, yeah, that's the inequality. All right. All right, we did this one. Now, how we change this interval using absolute value? Okay, we're gonna try this because many times they gave this type of questions. Change expression from general interval to absolute. General interval. Interval notation to absolute using absolute interval. The rule over here, this is the rule. When you solve this one, I'm going to use my x minus 10 is less than or equals 20. We just did it, right? Less than or equal to 20. Less than means what? Between two numbers. One is positive 20, the other one is negative 20. Okay? So when you solve this one, x minus 10 less than positive 20 greater than negative 20. Plus 10 plus 10. This is x less than 20 plus 10 is 30. Over here, negative 20 plus 10 is negative 10. Okay, that's the solution set. I'm going to make a graph over here. Negative 10 over here, 30 over here. Okay, using this one, you got to go back over here. This is general interval notation. Okay, this is general interval. And this one is what? Absolute interval. Okay, different expressions. But what is this numbers? What is this number? If you know these two numbers, you can substitute in there. Where is this number? 10. 10 is exactly what? In the middle over here. How to find the middle? Negative 10 plus 30 over 2, right? That is midpoint is what? In the middle. This is the midpoint. If you got the midpoint, plug it on there, except the minus. This is midpoint. Where are these numbers? Where are these numbers? This number is what? Distance x to the 10. This is the x to the 10, right? That is this end point. This distance going up here. The distance how much? 30 minus 10 or 10 minus negative 10, 20, 20. You can use any end point. This is midpoint 2. This is the end point 2. Their distance is what? 20, isn't it? This number 20 going up here. Are you guys with me? When you have a general interval, this number inside, where is the direction? Now we're going to change this side direction. Solution is what? Between two numbers, always what? Less than or equal, isn't it? So we can decide midpoint. We need to decide distance from midpoint to end point. And we decide the directions. Solution is inside or outside. Okay, for examples, we have this interval. X is greater than 0 to the what? 20. Very simple one. Now we're going to express this one in using absolute inequality, absolute interval. Okay, so step by step, we have 2 points over here, 0 and 20. The idea is what we need to find midpoint, okay? The first is the midpoint over here. Where is the midpoint? 0 plus 20 and divided by 2, that is 10, that is midpoint. So absolute value x, midpoint, move up here. That's it. Now right inside distance from midpoint to the end point, how much? 10 minus 20 minus 10 is 10, isn't it? That is what distance from midpoint to endpoint. Where's the solution? Inside or with a less than, but including this point equal again, right? That is absolute intervals. Okay, we're gonna have another example, okay? A little more different. X is now not equal. I'm gonna use, okay, 8 to 40. Now we're gonna change this form using absolute value. We know that absolute value is by x minus midpoint. That is inside two numbers must be less than, we can decide quickly, and distance from midpoint to endpoint. Okay, we just decide this one because this is inside two numbers. Now what is midpoint? 8 plus 40 and divided by 2. 48 over 2 is what? 24, right? Yep, 24 weeks. What is the distance between midpoint to endpoint? You can choose a large one minus small one. Distance will be 40 minus 24. That's 16, right? That is okay? That's 16 probably. So the answer is why x minus 24 is less than 16. That's the answer. That is okay? Now I'm gonna try a little different one. The other side. X is less than 8 or x is greater than 40. It's the same numbers, same endpoint. It's almost the same. Where is the midpoint? When these two points, this is the endpoint. Okay, midpoint is what? Midpoint of these two endpoint. Okay, we still have 8 and 40, same as before. Still, midpoint is what? 8 plus 40 and divided by 2 is 24. Where is distance? Distance is the same thing, 40 minus 24, 16. That is distance. But the only things different is what? Their direction. Okay, so x minus midpoint 24. This is or is already greater than. There's no equal sign and distance 16. That's the answer. Any questions about this? Just memorize the formula, okay? All right, go back over here. They already have this type of questions. I'm gonna try only number 1 and 3. Okay, an art class of 20 students took a final exam and 10 of the students scored what between 78 and 86 in the exam. If S is defined as a scores, what that is S scores. They are all what between, you know that they're all between what 78 and 86. We can decide what interval, general interval here. Right, between. Which of the following describes the possible value of x? Okay, between. Absolute value, right? You can see they are all absolute value expressions. So we're gonna change this one. It can't be equal, that is not equation. That is inequality, right? Because the scores is between 78 and 86. To find this one, we need what? Inside, okay? This scores is between these numbers, the direction will be decided already. Now the next one, we need to find the midpoint. Midpoint is just 78 plus 86 and divided by 2. 78 plus 86 is 164, right? And divided by 2 is what? 82. That is the midpoint. Where is the endpoint? Oh, yeah, endpoint is 86. The other one is 78. This is exactly in the middle. What is distance? 86 minus 82 is what? 4, isn't it? It's okay. Now we just got everything. Okay, so S, the square minus midpoint 82, that is what? Inside, okay? Inside, between two numbers, inside the less than, and their distance is 4. That's the answer. So which is equal to this one? Choice C is the answer. Okay? Another one is what? This is what it was on SAT questions. Okay, a little different, but almost same. So we have a big company. Machine X is what fills the box with milk. Machine Y is lemonade. If the box has amount is less than 450 grams, it's going to be lemonade because the customer will complain, right? That's too small amount in the box. Everybody will complain. But or greater than, or if X is greater than 500, now the company will lose money. So that's why eliminate. Okay. So we're going to express this one integral. This is the outside to number, isn't it? Can you see that? 450 over here and 500 over here. They're going to eliminate. You're going to use this number as E. Anyway, the formula to find the midpoint must be same thing. This is midpoint of these 2 points. Okay, now let's find midpoint. 450 plus 500 over 2, right? Okay, 945, 950, right? 950 over 2 is what? 475. That's the midpoint. This is 475. But we still need what distance? 500, 475. How much difference? Or 475, 450. Distance is 25, isn't it? Now midpoint up here. Distance up here. But where is the data? Outside of this endpoint, or with the gradient. Right? That's the way you can find the absolute value inequality. So this is limited, you use your E, right? E minus 475 is greater than 25, okay? Choice D is the answer. So we just use what 2 different kinds, less than, greater than. Okay, only what they have or less than is what less than this inequality, greater than is what outside is what greater than. That's the only difference. Are you guys with me? All right. All right, now we're going to try parallel lines with transverse. Okay, yeah, these 2 parallel lines and another line that crosswise these 2 parallel lines, we said transverse. Everybody understand, okay? You guys know this already. This is transverse. It's a line that intersect parallel lines. So we do 2 parallel lines with one transversal. Okay, they create what 8 angles out there, right? The first one you have to memorize. Angle 1 and 4, we said vertical angles. They are already congruent. Angle 2 and 3 opposite angle, right? These are vertical angles already equal in measure, right? Okay, the next one. Angle 3, angle 6 is they are equal too because they are alternate interior angles. And also angle 4, angle 5 alternate interior angles. Or you can additional one more. Angle 2, angle 7 is they are equal too because what? Alternate exterior angle. Angle 1, angle 8, alternate exterior. All this one is exterior angle. These 4 angles, interior angle. Okay. All right. Now the next one. Corresponding angles. This is what just a slide down over here. They have the same orientation, right? Their order, they're going to review in the same direction. Right? They keep the orientation. So these 2 angles are called corresponding angles, already congruent, they are equal. There are many corresponding sides. Now, angle 4, angle 8 is corresponding. Angle 1, angle 5 is corresponding. Angle 3, angle 7 are corresponding angles. Yes? All right, now try number 1. We have another one. Some of these two angles in the same side, already 180 degree, right? Because this is A, this is A, this is B. A plus B is 180. This is a alternate integral, the same number. So A plus B is 180. We already know that. This is also what A plus B, right? So sum of the angles in the same side must be 180. Okay. All right, now we try number 1 up there. You have one transport, but this is kind of a two transports out there. AB, BM, they are equal, which is isosceles, and DM and DE equal isosceles. Well, what that means, if this is the angle A, this is the angle A, right? This is the angle B, the other way, this is the angle B, that's it. All right, base angles are congruent. Okay, so what is the measure of angle AME? Where is AME? This angle. What is the measure of this angle? How can you find this angle? When you have two transverse up there, right? Hey, this is a kind of a two transverse. So we're gonna make one more line up there. Okay. Now take it out. This is B. This is also an alternate interior angle, which is B. This is also an alternate interior angle equals to A. Now you can see 2B plus 2A in this is all a straight angle, right? 2A plus 2B equals to 180 degrees. But actually angle AME is what? A plus B, right? Half of that. Okay? Half of that divided by 2. A plus B equals 90. Okay? So this angle is what? 90 degrees. All right, one more over here, okay, on this topics. One more, okay? This is a popular one too. Two lines are parallel, and the angle H is 65. You're gonna write down the angle over here, 65 degree, and the angle B is 45. What is the value of K? How can you find the value of K? It's the same thing, right? We have a kind of a two intersection of a transversal, so we're gonna make another one more line there, always. Okay. So this is 65. This is the alternate interior angle, also 65. This is 45. This is also 45. What is some of these two angles? 110, isn't it? But this 110 is equal to this one, vertical angles. It's okay? This vertical angle also 110 degree. So 110 is the answer. I got it with me? Okay, parallel line and transverse, okay? The next one is a ratio of areas triangle with the same height. Sometimes they give it this one, but not many times. This, what is height of the triangle ABD? ABD, this is the height, H. Okay, what is the area of this one? Okay, we can write it down. This is the base BD times height and divided by 2 is the area of this triangle. Now take a look at the other side triangle. I'm going to take a look at the other side triangle. This side triangle. CD is the base. Where is the height? This is the same height when you extend it right, the line over here, height always perpendicular right to the right, extended base. This line you said secant, is it? This is the height, same height. Okay, what is the area of this triangle? CD times height and divided by 2. Well, when you find the ratio over there, you're going to find a very interesting one because 2 canceled out, HH canceled out. The ratio of what area will be equal to this one, BD to CD, ratio of these two lengths, BD over CD equals what? Same as the ratio in their area. For examples, if this area is 1, this base is about 2 and 2, same base. If this area is 10, what about the other area? 2 means what? Same thing, okay? 2 is 1 to 1. That means right, the area also 1 to 1. It's gonna have right same area. This area is 10, the other also has 10. Another one. If this is 1, this is 2, the ratio of this base is 1 to 2. If this area is 10, what about the other area? Twice, because 1 to 2. Okay? Already twice. Okay, now try number 1. In rectangle ABCD, angle ABE is 60. And BC is 10. What is the area of triangle ABC? BC is 10. How can you find the area of triangle ABC? Can you see that this angle is this is kind of a special right triangle, okay? This is 60, this is 30 degree. This is 90 minus 60, this is 30. This is 60, okay? All right, now we're gonna use the special right triangle. This is a little different from topics. Okay, if this is 10, what is the length of this one? Special right triangle. Just adjacent to 60, this length is a half of this hypotenuse. It's gonna be 5 over here. It's okay? What is the length of this side? Do you remember special right triangles? When you have a 60, this is 30. So if this side is 2s, this side right up to 60 degrees is going to have half of this one, s. The other side was s times red 3, didn't it? Do you remember this one, special right triangle? Okay. This is 5 red 2. 5 red 3, I'm sorry, 5 red 3. Now this is another special right triangle. If this is a 5 red 3, if this is a 5 red 3, this is how much? Times red 3 again, right? Okay. This is twice hypotenuse, 10 red 3. But this side is what? 5 red 3, another red 3 is what? 15. Okay? That is the length of this side. Now you got everything. What is the base? You can use what these two sides. This is a 10 red 3, this is the height. Okay, you can use this one. The area of this one, you can use these two sides. 10 red 3 times 10 leg times leg and divided by 2. 100 red 3 over 2 equals what? 50 red 2, isn't it? Or take this is the base. 15 plus 5 is what? 20. This is how you can use this one too. 20 times 5 red 3 and divided by 2. It's gonna be 1. This is a 10 still. 50 red. It's the same area. Okay. All right. This is a little bit different. Nothing to do with the topics. Okay. This was the right after right triangle proportion. We're gonna do this later again. Now the next one. This is the questions about this topic. All right. A, E, E, C. This H3 to the 5. All right. The area of a triangle ADE. This area triangle is 24. This was triangle is what? 6. So the common height, same height. Area also 3 to the 5, right? Maybe you can write down. If this area is a 3K, the other area is 5, okay, that's the easier way. Using the K, you can express the area. Still what? The ratio of these two areas, what? 3K to 5K is what? 3 to the 5. But this 3K equals 24. It's a given. Now you can find the value of K, right? 24 equals 3K. K equals how much? 8. Using this K, you can plug in there, you can find the other area. Okay, the other area will be 5 times K. K is 8, it's going to be 40. Okay, so what is the ABC? This area is that the other area, right? Same thing. So you can use what? 40 plus 24 will be 64, right? 40 plus 24 equals 64. Okay, that's enough. Okay, that's enough. All right, now move on number special right triangle there. When you have right angle 30 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree, okay, this is right triangle. They have a very special side. Right, this side is twist. Right after 60, not this side. Right after 60, it's gonna be half of this side, but half of that side is S. But the other third side just what times radical 3. Right, that's the way we can define the all sides of this right triangle. Now, second special triangle is what? 45, 45, and 90 degree. If this side is SS, you can use the Pythagorean theorem, right? Square root S squared plus S squared is what? 2S squared. S is out, 3 inside the radical 2. That's why hypotenuse is what? S rad 2. You need to memorize this one, okay? All right. I explained already, okay, why this side is twice of this one, right? I explained already. Okay, more. Maybe you can divide this triangle into 2 special triangles. One is what? Equilateral triangle. This side there, this side there, this side. This is equilateral triangle. If this side there, this is also S, this is also S. Right? Equilateral triangle. By equilateral triangle, right, each angle is 60 degree, right? So this is a 120. If this is a 120, the other angle is 30 degree. The other side of the triangle is isosceles again. This is S, this is opposite side, base side, okay, another side, okay? That should be equal lengths, right? Isosceles, right? These two sides isosceles, isn't it? So that's why from here to 2S, this side is S. Okay. All right, now we're gonna have some practice over here, okay? Try number 1. Triangle BCD equilateral triangle. This angle is equal. The area of a triangle BCD is 16 radical. This is 16 radical 3. What is the area of this triangle square? First, we're gonna memorize this one. What is the area of an equilateral triangle? When you have equilateral triangle, this is S, side is all S, right? Equal. How can you find the area? Maybe you can make right altitude. But this is isosceles or equilateral. This altitude, which is the height, is what bisect the base. Same measure. So this side is what S over 2, isn't it? But we know that this is 60 degrees. That's why S half of this one. Specified triangle. Height is what? S over 2 times rad 3, right? Just multiply square root 3. That's the height. Then what is the area of this equilateral triangle? Base is S. S times height is what? S rad 3 over 2. And divided by 2, isn't it? Can you see that? S is going up here. S square rad 3 over 2 and divided by 2 is what? 2 times 2 is 4, isn't it? This is the area of equilateral triangle. You need to memorize this one. When you have equilateral triangle, side is S, the area of this equilateral triangle equals S times S squared and times rad 3 over 4. You need to memorize, okay? You don't have to calculate every times. It's okay? When you have over here 10, 10, 10. What is the area of this equilateral triangle? 10 squared, 100. And multiply rad 3 and divided by 4. That is what? 25 radical 3 is the area of this equilateral triangle. Okay? All right. This is we said as, this is S, this is S. To avoid the long way, we're going to use this formula. What is the area of this equilateral triangle in terms of S? You know that S squared times rad 3 over 4. If you know this one, you don't have to use right altitudes like that. You don't need right specified triangle. This area equals what? Give it 6 rad 3, isn't it? So rad 3 cancel out. But times 4 both sides, S squared is what? 64, right? When you make a square root, S is what? 8, isn't it? So one side is 8, this side is 8, this side is 8. So what is the area of the square? The square is 8 also. That's the square. So what is that? 8 times 8 is 64. Right? If you use what the formula, you can find the area of this square is very easy way, okay? Okay, just write out one more question, number 4 with you, okay? We can finish this proportion right triangle. All right, take a look at number 4 here. Image midpoint, these two sides are equals. The length of BC is 20. What is the area of the triangle AMC, this area triangle? You know that this is 30, this is 60. Okay, this is 30, this is 60, this is how much? This is midpoint. In right triangle, midpoint means what? Special right triangle, right? 30, 60, 90. Is okay? So these two angles also 30. So these two sides is equal. Right? So this is 20, this is 20, this is 20, or this is 20. Okay, now we can find, okay, this length. Because to find the area, we got the by height 20, we need the base over here, this length. This one we need a little hard, okay? We need a little more work. You can make another one over here. This is another one special triangle, right? 60 degree. So you know that this side is hypotenuse 20, this side is how much? Half of this one, 10. And this side is what? Times radical 3, 10 rad 3, all right? So all together, how much? Twice 20 rad 3. And the height is 20 and divided by 2. 20 rad 3, 20 rad 3 is 400 rad 3 and divided by 2 is what? 200 rad 3. Okay? Yeah, it's a little bit hard, but I want to memorize this one too. Okay. Any questions in today's work? Okay, the homework is section 4, okay? I told you. So we're gonna go over on next Tuesday, okay? All right, that's all today. Okay, I'll see you next week.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much. Okay, bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Okay, bye everybody.